pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game. And they got it done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give up the middle to H.A. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. Here's Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slam. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into win.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. 19 yards that time for number 19.
He may go back to the home and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
First down, San Francisco.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Jake Moody now for the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Purdy now to throw. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Dolphins 7.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, Hill. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And taken right on the 30. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
To a hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And here's Brad Robbins now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now 2nd and 5. They go play action here. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Hill on the return. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, Hill. Tua now on 1st down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
20 TX.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Tua. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they work this out past the 25. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hodgins in motion. On first down, Tagovailoa. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Hey, check that.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the... So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
19 Tiger.
Purdy will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Number 5. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Play action. Now Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense got to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
44.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Miami Dolphins. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Achane on first and 10. The 20. Foul. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 41 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Purdy looking to throw. That is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having powerful offense is the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On second down, a run by H.A. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Tua. Steps away to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down, here's Mitchell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Purdy to throw. That's going to be caught. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. The extra point try now for Moody. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Here's second down. Now Tua. And that's caught by Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Tua. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go ahead.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. One final try for Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But